Hey, what's up guys? Flick here and welcome back to another episode of the One Season Challenge Career Mode with Sevilla, and I wanted to devote today's intro to say thank you. Thank you to you guys that left comments on yesterday's video. When I made that call to action asking you guys to leave a comment on whatever it may be, I was physically able to see all the diversity on this channel. Diversity in terms of where you guys are from, when you subscribe to the channel, and also your opinions, and I think that is one of the many things that makes YouTube great. At the time of recording, I've gotten through half of the comments, still several more to get to, but let's keep it going in today's episode. It was great to see some new names in the comment section of yesterday's video, and that's one of the many things that makes my YouTube experience worthwhile. I love interacting with you guys, and when you guys leave comments, it gives me a chance to respond to them. Because we didn't have a press conference today, I'm going to be updating you guys here in a second on our current shortlist for January. But make sure you guys leave a press conference question down below. I think we're going to get things back to normal in the next episode, and I'd love to answer some of your guys' questions. The agenda for today's episode is to get about halfway through December, beginning with an away match in the Copa de España against Eibar, and then on Saturday we have a home match against Gijón, ending off the episode with our final group stage of the Champions League against Sporting. I believe if we get a draw in that game, we will win our group. Now on to the hot topic of today's episode, our current transfer shortlist. And I'll be needing your guys' help to narrow down this shortlist because currently it's a pretty lengthy one. I've included most of the players that you have put in the comment section, at least for the positions that I think we need. And speaking of which, the positions that I believe we need to improve is potentially a center mid / center attacking mid, definitely a winger, preferably a left winger, and also a striker to replace Vasquez. Rather than talking about each player individually, I thought I would just tell you guys what I'm looking for in each position. That way you can make an informed decision on which players we should remove from our shortlist. And I guess we'll start things off here in the midfield with our center mids. I've got 3 world-class players in Rakitic, Toure, and Nainggolan, and we could look to improve our midfield, but here's the case. We've got 3 quality players in Gonzo, Thiago, and Iborra. Each of them are unique in their own right. Gonzo has had an incredible season so far. Thiago I would consider world-class for this team, and Iborra is our captain, so it'd be a tough call to take any of those players out, but I'm open to hearing your guys' opinions. Moving on from the center mids, we have a number of wingers who I've included in the short list, and these guys do vary on quality, so I'll need your guys' feedback on this. Patrick Herman being the first one, and then on to the left side, we've got the likes of Maicon, Jefferson Montero, Fabian Castillo, Hatem Ben Arfa, who you could classify as a winger or a midfielder. And then moving on, we've got Diego Perotti, Inaki Williams. Later on the list, we've got Marco Sau. And then towards the end, we've got one more player here on the left who is listed as a left winger. It's Martin Braithwaite, but this guy could also serve as a striker, so I think he's a very versatile player. Finally, onto the strikers. This player will serve as our target man, who will stay on the bench, and if we need to bring him on for some heading ability, then he'll come right on in and hopefully win us some headers. Bastos, Alvaro Morata, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, how could I not include him in the list? And hey, his contract is expiring, so sometimes you can pick him up for quite cheap. We're not looking to get him on a pre-contract though. Mario Balotelli, his value is actually quite low, and he does have the 4-star skills, if I do remember correctly. Low work rates though, which is a bit unfortunate. Islam Slimani, Mario Mandzukic, Edin Dzeko, Dimitar Berbatov, a very interesting player, not pacey at all, but I love his skill moves, and imagine if we can pull off the Berba spins with Berbatov, the scenes would be absolutely ridiculous. And then closing out the list, we've got the likes of the Lord, Nicholas Bentner, Burak Yilmaz the Yeti, and then closing out the list, we've got Stefan Kiesling. Even though it is the start of the month, because that transfer short list took out a large chunk of today's video, I'm going to be pushing off the squad report to the next episode, and I'll make sure I include that right at the start for you guys. But time for us to get into the second leg of the domestic cup fixture. I believe this is the round of 16 against Eibar, and we've rotated the team around heavily. Still a couple of big names in there with Kiyotake and Zonzi, who had a great episode yesterday. Kano up front, Ben Yedder, and Jesus Navas. A few players on the bench who we haven't seen at all, and Munoz, I think I'm going to bring him on in this game. Don't know if I'll bring him on for Ben Yedder, because he can also play as a right midfielder, and I'm excited about this guy because he's relatively young. If we would have had more time with Sevilla, he would have been a very promising talent. At this point in the season, Eibar are a very familiar opponent for us. I think this is the 3rd time we have played them, so we know what they're all about, and we know how pesky they can be. So we're going to try to get some goals early on and secure this victory before halftime. Krenovitzer trying to play this one out wide. It's a decent through ball to find Jesus Navas, playing through to Kiyotake, who does not have the 4-star skills to Berba spin it, but he's going to try to cross this one into the far post, and a little bit glitchy right there, but I think we're going to win this header, and we do. It's Nzonzi playing this one inside. We've got Kiyotake, could have played it off to the right, but instead he's going to continue dribbling. and look to find the pass back into Kiyotake. And trying to split the defense here. A little bit of 1-2 play would be perfect. Krenovitzer trying to find Ben Yedder. Some great dribbling, and that is a clinical finish. I wanted to get the goal early, and we do just that in the 9th minute. Ben Yedder doing what he does, and fair play to Krenovitzer, who gets one of his rare starts today, and immediately crucial to that goal. Ibar back on the counter. It's going to be Kiko getting by a few of our players. We're going to defend the shot. Ruben Blanco praries it away. I was afraid he was going to let that one in, but fair play to the guy. Escudero getting around one of the Ibar defenders and has space to dribble. Could have played it through to Kano, but he's going to hold it up and now playing this one inside. Now to Kiyotake. Finding Krenovitzer, looking for the through ball. It's going to fall to Nzonzi, trying out a long shot, and there it is for us, guys. I was watching MGH's Sevilla career mode, and he banged in a long shot with Nzonzi. Thought I would try it out right there, and I think I'm going to try to incorporate that more into the career mode because Nzonzi's long shots are ridiculous. Kiko dribbling by a few of our defenders and cutting it in now. He could shoot on the near post, and Ruben Blanco, he's had a good game so far. Hasn't been tested too many times. But to be completely honest, we have a 1-4 aggregate lead. He doesn't need a man-of-the-match performance. He just needs to not let in 3 goals. We'll go into the halftime break with a 2-0 lead, 4-1 on aggregate. And Ibar have registered a few shots, 4 of them to be exact, but all of them have been from outside the 18-yard box, and they've been relatively easy for Ruben Blanco to save. Because we have a busy week ahead, I'm going to make my substitutions right now, bringing on the new player in Munoz at the striker position. Later on, I'm going to bring Vasquez in at center attacking mid, and then we'll probably bring Correa in at one of those center mid spots. Corner kick to be sent in by Kiyotake. Can we find the target in the middle? It's off the crossbar. Can we win it again? It's Javi Munoz, who has the tenacity to try to win a couple of headers there. Good effort by the young kid, and it's unlucky that he didn't score there. We'll make our final 2 substitutions, bringing on Vasquez for Kiyotake at the center attacking mid spots. And Zonzi's had a good game, but I may give him the start in the next match, so I will be taking him off and bringing on Correa in order to preserve his fitness. Ibar have started to pour men forward in the hope of getting back to this game, but to be honest with you guys, I think it is too late. Ruben Blanco needs to make that save. I'm just trying to get it forward. Can we get on the counter and add one more? It's not the best distribution, but it looks like we're going to hang on to possession. I'm mistaken. It's going to be Taylor who wins the ball back for Ibar. Now it's Adrian. He's going to try to cross it here. And choosing to play the pass off to Lilo. Back outside, and we put in a tackle, but it wasn't a clean one. It'll be a set piece for Ibar. Probably going to try to cross this one in the box. Need to get it cleared, and Rami able to do so, but right back to one of their players. Ibar get one back, but like I said a few moments ago, it's too late for them. Full time for us there, and we coast to a 2-1 victory, even with our second team, Krenovitzer, pulled off an 8.1, but it was Ruben Blanco who conceded 1, but got the man of the match with an 8.6. Our next match will be against Sporting Gijón, who, if we look at the league table, are all the way down in 17th. We've overtaken the first place spot, and we deserve it now because we're equal on games played with Athletic Bilbao, and we're 2 points above them. We're going to look to remain at the top with a win against Gijón. We'll see our captain Ibora and a few of our defenders return to the starting 11 in this one, but I wanted to highlight this screen because in my opinion, Gijón's kits are pretty awesome. Here's the Gijón starting 11, and they have 1 or 2 players with name recognition for me, particularly their striker in Sanabria, but I still think we're going to coast to victory here. Ben Yedder running to space, and we have plenty of options around him, optioning to play to the right wing. And now it's Hector Bellerin. Cutting this one inside, could play into the middle, has to be a first time shot. What a save from the keeper, and Gijón keep the match at 0-0. Gonzo looking to help us get on the counterattack. Ben Yedder asking for the ball, and he could be able to get this one on his left foot, trying to Berber spin inside. It was done successfully, and again, the shot right at the keeper, and he's able to tip it over for a corner kick. We'll try out the corner kick short, and it will be Sarabia to dribble it in. Looking for a passing option in the middle, finding Gonzo, who'll lay it off, and now it's Mustafi, our center back, finding Nzonzi, still hanging on to possession. One more pass in the middle. It's going to be Ben Yedder. Finesse shot inside the box. Usually those go in, but this Gijón keeper is on another one. Sarabia getting on the counterattack, spotting out the through ball to Gonzo. And he might be able to pull off the 4-star skills to cut this one inside, beating out the 2 defenders. Just shoot this one. He got dragged by his jersey there just for a few seconds, and that was enough to slow him down. This might be a mistake by Gijón. If they're going to concede here, that would be absolutely ridiculous. They played so well all first half, and the time that we do score is off a silly defensive error. Here's the replay for you guys. The number 23 just got out-muscled by Sarabia. He's going to finish on the near post every single time. Here are the halftime stats for y'all. 5 shots, 3 on target for us. Just the 1 goal to show for it, though, because this Sporting Gijón keeper is just next level. Nicolai, great work here to win the ball back. He's going to try to play it through, and that's a perfect through ball. We just need to square this one across Konoplyanka. He's going to put it on a plate. Ben Yedder hitting the post. We're still with it, though. And Ben Yedder, can he finish it? On the near post, he was off. Man, if that would have worked out for us, the luck would have been real. Ben Yedder should have put the first opportunity away, and the match stays at 1-0. Another defensive error by Gijón. And what are they doing? They just need to communicate, and their keeper hits it right to the defender to flex, and one of our players get the goal. I think that's Gonzo, who again is at the right place at the right time. But that's 2 defensive errors for Gijón, which lead to 2 Sevilla goals. Outside of those 2 defensive errors, I would say that Gijón has played a good game, but it's completely ruined all opportunities they have at winning. With the 2-0 lead, we'll make some substitutes now, start thinking about our next fixture in the Champions League. I received a comment asking me to try Kiyotake at the center mid spot rather than center attacking mid, so we'll do just that, bringing him on for Nzonzi, and Krondelli will be coming on for Ibora. Krondelli intercepting this one. Now Ben Yedder holding up the play, finding Krondelli again. Needs the run to be made on the left. And instead, we're just going to continue to pass this one around. This could be some 1-2 play between Gonzo and Ben Yedder. Gonzo holding it up, finding Sarabia. He's got the defender beat. Just needs the Burba spin inside. He's getting dragged by his jersey again. And it looks like Gijón is just a dirty team. Kiyotake trying out a long shot. It's a looping one, but it's right at the keeper. We'll get some play time for Vieto coming on for Konoplyanka, who is dead tired. And again, Vieto being that impact left winger for us. He's now 80 rated, which is absolutely fantastic. Gijón trying to get that goal back, and now it's going to be... Oh, this might be a defensive error by us. Out of nowhere, Gijón get a goal, and it's just a match of defensive errors. All the goals could have been prevented, but I think we can hang on this last 12 minutes or so. Only 1 goal separating us and Gijón. Kiyotake might be able to seal the match for us if he can play it through, and it was Ben Yedder holding up his run. I'm not sure why, but we're going to continue to apply the pressure. Nacho distributing it out of the back, and now it's Sergio playing it forward once again. Gijón have looked dangerous in the last 5 minutes or so, and it makes me a little bit worrisome as we get to the closing minutes of this match. Good tackle there by Nicolai. Now Sanabria playing it through. Mustafi needs to get it cleared. Don't tell me they're about to score here. Are you kidding? It's off the post and in. Gijón have gotten 2 goals back in the matter of about 5 minutes, and we've absolutely collapsed defensively. And this is what I'm talking about. Despite being on ultra defensive, we just can't defend. And when Mustafi can't get that one cleared, and there's no defenders in the middle to clear off the rebound, I don't know what to say. Stats-wise, though, that's incredibly frustrating. We dominated in every aspect, and we should have gotten 3 points. Our final match of the episode will be against Sporting, who only have 2 points out of the 5 matches played. A draw would be enough for us to top the group, but I'm going to try to get a win here, especially after that last match. We've got a strong team to bring out in this last match, and every single part of me wants to get like 5 goals in this game and just absolutely thrash Sporting. We'll try to make that happen. A few of our transfer targets are on this Sporting team, so this game could be a chance for us to scout them out and determine if they're worth picking up. Here's Nicolai asking our number 10 to get forward. That is an ill-timed time for one of our players to pick up an injury. And it's just injuries galore for us lately. Last episode, or maybe it was 2 episodes ago, it was Thiago. Now it's going to be Rami. We have Colo here on the bench, and we'll bring him on. But I'm hoping that this injury isn't serious. Great work here by Colo to win back possession. He has a lot of pace, but needs to get rid of it right now. And we're going to have someone pick it up. It's Kiyotake. Could send in the cross, and it'll be an early one in the middle of the box. And it was going to be Luciano Vieto trying to win the header. But Sporting are able to collect and get it cleared. Jefferson on the ball for Sporting, trying to play it out wide. Now it's João Mario to hold up the possession. The cross sent into Solomani. Jefferson on the near post. It's 1-0 for Sporting. It's been such a quiet first half for us, and now Sporting do get that first goal just before the halftime break. We need to regroup and recollect. I don't know what it's been, but this match has just been an extension of the last 10 minutes of our game against Gijón. We've got to change it in the last 45, get some shots on target, and get some goals. Because the current set of players just isn't cutting it for me, I'm going to switch Vieto over to left wing, take Konoplyanka off, and bring on the main man, Ben Yedder. We could choose to bring on some different players later on in the half. We've got Krondelli here who could come on, Correa, or even Vasquez, but for now, these are the only changes I'll make. We're going to win this header and look to get forward once again. Vieto asking our center mid to make the run instead. He's going to find Ben Yedder, who gets around one of the players. Could square it in the middle if someone shows for him. And we get the near post shot. I thought it wasn't going to work out, but Iborra manages to finish it on the near post, and it's 1-1, boys. That's all we need. We've got one more change left to make. I'm going to bring Vasquez on for Kiyotake. I need him to pull out one of his wonder goals. Although a draw would be enough for us here, I'd like to get a win. Here's Tremonilas on the ball, looking to place one inside Nzonzi. We've got Iborra finding Vasquez, who was trying out that fake shot to set it up on his right foot. But again, Sporting get it cleared. Aquilani leading the counterattack. It's Tio playing out wide to Slimani, who's drifted more to a winger role. And the number 9 dribbling this one in, getting inside the box, shooting that one. Sergio Rico with the save. We need to scramble and get that one out. I won't lie to you guys, I wasn't too happy with how he played in that last match. 2 shots and 1 on target just is not acceptable. But at the end of the day, we got the draw and managed to top our Champions League group, which is a pretty incredible accomplishment looking at our group. But I'll have the league table pop it up in the background for you guys as this episode does come to a close. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you drop a like down below. Subscribe if you are new around here. And if you're interested, I have links to my Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch in the description below. But until next time, this has been Flick. I'll be talking to you guys again soon.